TikTok, and I'm over here on YouTube. Hi. Uh, Welcome to all my subscribers. I'm Dr. Regina Jordan Sodiq. Hi. Hello, just in case you don't know who I am. I'm not going to be on that long, only long enough to discuss um, my community wall post. Pretty much the recent ones. What has transpired this past week with me dealing with my legal issues and responding to the defendants concerning my mortgage and what has occurred and what has been sent to my For You TikTok page after incident occurred. In my house. So I put on my community wall post what occurred in my house when I was attacked. And individuals sent things to my For You page on my TikTok. To let me know that they knew about it. They knew how I was attacked, some of the ways. In other words, it was something to let me know that, yes, they knew about it, if they were involved or not, or instigated it. But it occurred inside my house. And they made sure that they put down one of the places that I was attacked. So that let me know that, yes, they knew about it. If they were not involved or instigated it, but they knew about it. So they sent that to my YouTube page immediately after I was attacked. So to let me know that, yes, they were aware and how I was attacked. I was attacked multiple areas, of course, but they specifically listed an area that where I was attacked. So they sent that immediately after the incident occurred. Also, when I was responding to the legal issues that I'm having, I also put down on my community wall post that the individuals that was standing next to me speaking to the courthouse person, they were laughing a lot. They were laughing so much and talking about this individual that I put on the community wall post. And they were laughing and they were saying how the ending wasn't like they was expecting. So it was very funny to them, and they were talking loud enough and said the individual's name so that I would know that how can I say this? When other things was sent to my For You page, the individual's name that they made sure that I heard while they were laughing and carrying on, this was before I was attacked. They made sure that I knew his name. He also sent stuff to my For You page. It He also sent something to my For You page, specifically to let me know what occurred. And then after that individual sent something to my For You page, right? Other individuals sent something to my For You page referencing what they were talking about, standing right next to me in the courthouse when I was trying to deliver my documents just before the incident of me being attacked. So, there were other individuals standing outside the courthouse that were also having a conversation for me to hear as I walked past. But no matter how many times I'm requesting the security camera footage of not only the outside area, but the inside area where the clerk is, the courthouse clerk area is, and also the outside area where you have to walk into the courthouse. When I made petitions to get those security camera footages, I've been denied. I made another request to get those security camera footages. So, not only did I have a vivid dream, I think a couple of weeks before, maybe. I gotta look at it again. I took some notes down of the dream I had. Not only did I have the vivid dream, but I also put down on my community wall post of that dream, and I put down on my community wall post things that were being sent specifically to my TikTok, YouTube page, and it was an incident concerning a police officer and this other individual, this woman. I put that on there, and something, I can't remember exactly everything that was going on, but it referenced that individual that they were discussing. And in the dream that I had, I put that on the community wall post. The dream that I had, the vivid dream that I had, what occurred in that vivid dream, the individual that they were referencing and laughing about and was saying, oh, the endings was surprising. They didn't expect it ending and everything like that. And they made sure I heard his name. That individual sent something to my for you for you page, TikTok page, and was referencing subtly, subtly. I'm tired. The individual was referencing my vivid dream to let me know that what occurred at the courthouse and my attack indirectly let me know, okay, letting me know. And then other individuals, like if you look at my YouTube community wall posts, they also began sending me images like that, mocking how I was attacked because they already knew. The individuals that when I was there trying to put in my documents, they made sure that I heard the name. They made sure that they were laughing, and they made sure that they were standing right next to me. Get the video camera, get the video footage. Since you don't want to give it to me, someone get that footage. Because that is what was going on just before I was attacked. And the individuals then began sending me stuff on my YouTube, for you YouTube, not YouTube page, for you TikTok page to let me know that is either they knew about it, knew what was going to happen, instigated it, had a part in it. Because they also sent something to my YouTube page that said, I just got through fighting my mother and I started crying. They also sent a video saying that to my for you TikTok page. I'm getting TikTok has the for you page, and I guess there's a way that you can send it directly to people. However it works out, that's what they were doing. They were making sure they were sending these videos directly to me right after I was attacked. So before I was attacked, they mentioned the person's name. Then that person sent things to my For You TikTok page. And then other people were also sending things referencing the attack and how I was attacked and where I was attacked. And I was attacked here in my own home. So how would they know if they wasn't involved? Get the video cameras of the courthouse. Why don't you ask them what they were talking about? Why don't you ask them what they were laughing about? Why don't you ask them what was so funny about the ending that they didn't expect would happen that way? And then won't you ask the people why they were sending things to my For You TikTok page referencing the body parts and stuff that I was attacked? Why don't you ask them that? Since you people don't want to believe me, why don't you do that? Okay, I have to get my things together for my trademark from a boutique. As you read my YouTube page, you will see that it has been since last year. I've been going back and forth with these people concerning my trademark. until they said that I didn't do something like I was supposed to do, and then it was abandoned. So I had to put another application in to have my trademark. And that is what's going on for tomorrow. So I've been this weekend been trying to get that done, and also dealing with my YouTube channel and that trademark, trying to get that also finished, and also my lab, which I put in my the business license for that. So and I also put in a question inquiry for the land that I am trying to get, where I can have my Phoenix Rising Haven slash sanctuary, which I am trying to establish. And I put all of that on my community wall post of the things that I'm trying to do. So it's been very trying time, and very trying for me to get the things that I'm trying to get accomplished. There are individuals out there for a lot of years, have been trying, not just trying, they have accomplished a lot of preventing me from reaching the goals that I'm trying to reach, and being in a position in life that I have always seen myself to be. So this is an area where I don't have anyone that's going to be, how can I say this? I don't have anyone over me that is going to decide what I can and can't do to protect myself. I don't have anyone over that. I don't have anyone that, if something is happening and they say this is the legal route that you need to take, or this is the type of personnel that you need to see before you can see us, before we can do anything. I don't have someone over me that's going to be deciding if I'm telling the truth or not. Or they're going to investigate or pretend to investigate the things that I'm telling them that's happening. And then they go to their friends and everything and say, oh, no, it's not happening. And you're not going to get to do that anymore. You're going to either abide by your own laws in your own court, or you're going to tell people the reason why you don't. That's what you're going to do. You put those laws down, then you need to follow them just like you tell us to follow them. And if you don't follow them, you need to say the reason why. Just like we need to say the reason why, you need to say the reason why. You people, and I say that loosely because I really don't know what you are anymore. You have these ways of getting in your group, getting in your cliques, singling people out. But you're not just talking about them anymore. You're instigating attacks. In my case, physical attacks. In other people's cases, how far are you going? Are they able to survive and live and say, this is what you did to me? Or do you cross that line and they're no longer here anymore? Am I considered one of the lucky ones? Because I'm sitting here and I can say, this is what happened. So what about the ones that can't say it anymore because they're not here anymore? What about them? I will say this again. Get the security camera footage inside the courthouse, outside the courthouse. As I went inside and who was standing there, and why don't you ask them what they were talking about? And then all the people that sent me the For You page TikTok, referencing the attacks on me immediately after it happened, why don't you contact those people? Why don't you do that? Since you don't believe me, since I'm just making things up as I go along, right? Then take me out of the picture for a moment and go to something that's definite, that's factual. The security camera is factual. The person who was working there that day is factual. The individual that approached her, that's fact. Why don't you ask them what they were talking about, that they were having a good time laughing about, and making sure I heard them. And then go to my For You TikTok page, and I can give you the videos that were sent to me. Why don't you ask those people why they sent it? And why don't you ask them what was so funny? Hmm? If you people can go out in public and pretend and act a certain way all you want to. And then get home and do things behind closed doors. Or when it feels good to you, when you know that it's a group against one person, then you do your little shenanigans right in public. Why? Because it's a group against one person. And that's the reason why you don't want to give up the security camera footage. That's the reason why you deny the people when they request it. You can only explain so much. You can only cover up so much. But when it gets taken out of your hands and they say, okay, then let's look at the camera. Is she telling the truth or is she making things up? Let's look at what was sent to her For You page. Okay, why is this being referenced then? Why don't you look at that? These people are not only targeting people, they're eliminating people. That's what they're doing. They're not only instigating attacks, they're instigating something worse than attacks. I have to get my stuff together for tomorrow. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to the individuals that also send things to my For You TikTok page. I don't know, you tech people or something, they have it sent directly to them, or I don't know how all of that is going. But thank you, people. Specifically the ones that send words of encouragement. And I send that back to you. A lot of things is going on that I don't know how all of this has been allowed to happen, but apparently it has. And you people have gotten so good at it that you stand next to the person that you're about to attack and have a good time laughing about it before it even happens. Didn't see that coming. Isn't that what you said? Or something like that. Surprised ending. Right? It takes an interesting kind of individual that does something like that just before someone is attacked. Right? And what about the ones that don't get up from the attack? What about them? What about them? But y'all got a good laugh out of it though, didn't you? Okay. Thank you to my subscribers on TikTok, YouTube, and Big O. I will try to get back on again during the week, perhaps. Maybe I always try to update my community wall posts if I'm not able to get online. But I'll try to keep those updated. I try to keep you guys informed, especially with the sanctuary that I am trying to establish. I will definitely keep you guys updated on that. And it's already, 6 months into this year? Hopefully. Definitely. I'll say that. Definitely. I will be getting the land, even if it's not what I want, trying to have everything together. There's also an option of purchasing a smaller parcel of land and then expounding later as I grow. I, it's things that I've never done this before. As far as the business, as far as the legal, well, the legal, yes. But as far as the business and found, trying to found my own self-sustaining type of business. No, I never done this before, so I'm trying to figure this out as I go along. But it's something that I see is needed. It is needed. And what else is needed is when your children come to you, and even adults, when they come to you, the family members who they trust enough to come to, and they tell you something is going on, and no one else believes them, if they have enough inside of them to think of you to come to, believe them. Believe them. Because things are going on out here that you really, really don't know. You really, really don't know the extent that these people, these beings, will go to try to silence someone. You don't know. And if they have the finances and the people to do things and cover them up, they will. If your children come to you and say something is going on, and they're very sincere, if you're the right individual, believe them. But if you're a corrupt individual that's trying to silence that child, I hope that child have enough sense to leave your ass alone and go to somebody else, even if it's a stranger. That being said, you guys, you have a good night.